They have put up a huge milk carton to display the names and photographs of those still being held hostage in Gaza. And the idea of seeing those names and looking at those faces must bring about such profound guilt. Little wonder those posters are torn down. But as far as this milk carton is concerned, it remains. David Menzies for Rebel News here in Midtown Toronto. And you know, folks, one of the most inexplicable and baffling things about the October 7th massacre in Israel, in which more than 1,400 people were killed, in which more than 4,200 were injured, and some 240 were taken hostage, is that in Western cities around the world, including here in Toronto, when people put up posters of those hostages, well, what happens? They almost immediately get torn down, especially on university campuses. Now, I guess there's one way of dealing with this kind of bullying and vandalism, and that is just to bend the knee and give up. But as you can see behind me, the Bring Them Home organization, they've doubled down on the advocacy. They have put up a huge milk carton to display the names and photographs of those still being held hostage in Gaza. It's a throwback to the time when missing children were put on milk cartons. And when you look at those hostages, we're talking about women and children, infants, and even Holocaust survivors. It is absolutely despicable. You know, our hats go off to RioCan. They have given the permission to put up this installation, and I can see there is a security guard watching over it, and with good reason. It's almost amazing that this display has not been spray painted or firebombed. So it is here to send a message, and I can only speculate that the reason why these posters are torn down by the pro-Hamas demonstrators and their allies is that when you are taking a stance for a side that has massacred innocent civilians and has kidnapped some 240 innocent people, including infants, you must feel incredible shame. And the idea of seeing those names and looking at those faces must bring about such profound guilt. Little wonder those posters are torn down. But as far as this milk carton is concerned, it remains. It is a sign that these people are not forgotten. And as Bring Them Home states, quote, "We demand the safe return of all citizens who have been taken hostage by the terrorist group Hamas. We will not rest until every hostage is released and returns home safely," end quote. Let's hope that happens sooner rather than later. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Folks, are you fed up like we are to see foreign nationals, many on student visas, in Western cities, including here in Toronto, who come out en masse every weekend to pledge their support for Hamas? I think that's offside. We welcome them in, and we put them up. We let them go into our institutions of higher learning, and this is their response. Please, folks, go to our latest petition. That's deporthamas.com. That's deporthamas.com. Let's tell these people to pack their bags and leave.